Gonna wave hello. Our keepers start out with the basics of just giving them food, getting them started and interested in interacting with us. Then they're gonna do a mouth check. We just test to make sure their teeth are healthy, that there's no cuts or scrapes or broken teeth in their mouth that we're not aware of. If you guys get the opportunity, you'll see that sea lions have black teeth. This is a bacteria that coats their teeth to help keep them clean. Sydney's, there we go, she's going to show us a little bit. This is something that in the wild they can't brush their teeth, so they have bacteria to keep them clean. We do brush their teeth about once a month to give them the natural stimulation that they find in the wild from carrying it into fish when they're hunting. So now Jackie's just going to do a flipper check and a body check on Sydney. We do this twice a day when we feed them. We just make sure that everything's healthy. We want to monitor for any changes in their body, and this allows us to make sure we can keep our animals safe and healthy here at the National Zoo. All our seals and sea lions work free contact with our keepers. This allows us to have a stress-free environment for them if we have to do medical exams. We don't have to sedate them every time. We can have a vet come in to give injections, to give blood draw. Jackie's right now working with Sydney on injection training. She's just making different sensations in that back area because we can never know for sure what an injection will feel like going in. So we want them just to think, oh, it's just another touch, another weird feeling, so nothing new. We've actually done x-rays, ultrasounds, EKGs on our sea lions all while they're awake. So this is how they participate with us. All this participation is by choice. If they don't want to work with us that day, that's fine. They don't have to. We will never force them to do something they don't want to do. Swimming in the background, you guys can see Jetty popping up there. When we feed our sea lions, they get 4 different types of fish as well as squid. They get mackerel, capelin, herring, and butterfish. We base our weights about 10 to 15 pounds a day on the season. So during the winter, they're going to get more fish than during the summer. We also base it on animals' weight. So mackerel and herring are higher, fattier fishes. Butterfish and capelin are like lettuce fish for them. So it's a good filler if we don't want to put weight on our sea lions. But if they need weight, we'll give them more mackerel or herring. So all the behaviors you guys see here either have come naturally to them from the wild or have a medical or exercise purpose for them. We want to make sure we keep their minds stimulated as well as their bodies. So in the pool, they have each other to interact with and they swim around all day. In the wild, they're going to be swimming around hunting, looking for land. And here comes Jetty to see if he can have some of Sydney's fish. Jetty will be fed next, and he knows this, but he's just going to see what he can do. So as I was saying, all the behaviors you guys are going to see help keep our animals active. So in the wild, they're going to hunt. They're going to be hunting. They're going to be avoiding predators. They're going to look for each other as well as land. So we want to make sure to kind of keep that same mental stimulation going. So right now, you guys are going to see Sydney do a porpoise. A porpoise is a natural behavior from the wild. They use this when they're swimming in the ocean to identify land. If they're swimming in the middle of the ocean and they want to stop, they don't want to stop in the middle of the water. Coming up behind Jackie is Catalina. She's just going to steal the frisbee. Catalina likes toys. They don't want to stop in the middle of the ocean to look for land. That's dangerous. So they use the porpoise as a way to identify land and still be continually being safe and swimming. So right now, Sydney's demonstrating her freedom of choice of whether or not she wants to participate. We'll see if she decides to come back to Jackie or not. Catalina's going to say hi now. As I said, Catalina's about 7 months old now, and she's getting more and more adventurous. When she's first born, she stuck by Mom all the time. She did not want to leave Mom alone. Now she is kind of venturing out on her own, testing her limits with our keepers, seeing what she can and can't do. She's also starting to try fish. Doesn't really like it, prefers Mom's milk over the fish, but we are working on her learning how to eat fish properly. Now you guys saw with Jetty, he is a little bit bigger than Summer. Most sea lion males are going to be about twice the size of any of the sea lion females. the males will get a big sagittal crest during breeding season. This is where the sea lion name comes in. It looks like they have a mane like a lion does. So this allows them to be big and strong and scary when they're trying to intimidate other males, as well as try to get some females to look at them and interact with them. So you'll see on Sydney's bucket that she has a triangle. This is how each individual animal of our sea lions identify who they're working with that day. So every day they can work with a different keeper, and this allows them to know that this is your bucket. So let's see if Sydney will. So see, Sydney does know her shape. She knows that's her bucket, and that's where her food is coming from. So she knows that right now she's working with Jackie. We do kind of do different games with our sea lions by putting out different shapes and asking them to identify their specific shape. This again works with the mental stimulation. Right now Jackie's just having Sydney hold the frisbee. This we work towards x-rays. We want to be able to have them do oral x-rays. And so holding the frisbee works like them holding the x-ray plate. We just want them to be used to holding something in their mouth. It's a weird sensation. And now Jackie just asked for a flipper presentation. This helps move their, just strengthen their muscles. It also shows you guys their great strength and flexibility. Sea lions can bend backwards, as Sydney just demonstrated for us. They use that to, if they have an itch on their back, sometimes they'll do that. They pull their front flippers forward to scratch themselves and groom. Whereas in seals, a seal will actually just use its front flippers to groom, whereas sea lions use their back flippers. Seals have nails on the front and back flippers, but sea lions only have them on the back. Sydney just gave us a great example of a bark, which is a sea lion communication. That's how they vocalize. Where seals will caterwaul or sting, where they make a variety of different noises. In the back, you guys just heard Jetty. Jackie's now pointing out Sydney's ears. This is another difference between sea lions and seals. Sea lions have an ear flap similar to humans. They have that ear point, where seals just have a pinpoint of their ear. They don't actually have that flap. So if you guys are out in the wild and you see an animal and you're trying to decide if it's a seal or sea lion, there's a couple things to look for. Look at their teeth. If they have black teeth, it's a sea lion. If they have nails on their back flipper and front flipper, it's a seal. If they have an ear flap like we do, it's a sea lion. If they have a pinhole, it's a seal. Also, seals are oftentimes smaller than sea lions, well, in body shape. So sea lions are very sleek. Seals are very round. So when you see them moving around, they will actually just kind of roll around on their stomachs, whereas sea lions actually walk around. And that's, again, the strength of their flippers and fins that they use to propel themselves out of the water if needs be. Alright, that's the end of Sydney's feed. We are all done. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to come up and ask me. I'll be here for a few minutes.